Gwen John, 1876 to 1936, was a British artist known for her intimate, introspective portraits and subtle, delicate approach to color and form. Despite working in the shadow of her more famous brother, Augustus John, Gwen carved out a unique place in the art world, celebrated for her distinct style and quiet, contemplative compositions. Her career spanned a period of profound change in the art world, marked by the transition from traditional academic painting to modernism. Gwen John's work, however, remained intensely personal, revealing her own inner world and capturing her subjects with a sensitivity that set her apart. Born in Haverfordwest, Pembrokeshire, Wales, Gwen was the second of four children in a family that experienced both cultural richness and significant tragedy. Her mother, who fostered her children's artistic pursuits, passed away when Gwen was just 8. Her father, a strict and emotionally distant solicitor, was left to raise the children, a task for which he struggled to provide warmth or understanding. This early loss profoundly influenced Gwen, contributing to the quiet reserve that would come to define her personality and, by extension, her art. Gwen's artistic journey began in earnest when she enrolled at the Slade School of Fine Art in London in 1895. She was one of the few women allowed to attend this prestigious institution, which only began accepting female students in 1871. The Slade's rigorous training focused on classical drawing and painting techniques, and it was here that Gwen honed her skills and began to develop her own artistic voice. Her brother, Augustus, also attended the Slade and quickly garnered attention for his bold personality and expressive style, which stood in stark contrast to Gwen's more reserved and meditative approach. In 1903, Gwen moved to Paris, seeking greater independence and immersion in the art world. Paris at the time was the heart of artistic innovation, and Gwen was drawn to the community of avant-garde artists and intellectuals that congregated there. She studied briefly at the Académie Carmen, where she met James McNeill Whistler, whose focus on tonal harmony and subtlety in color deeply influenced her work. However, it was her meeting with the French sculptor Auguste Rodin that would have the most profound impact on her life. Gwen began a relationship with Rodin in 1904, and this connection transformed both her personal life and her artistic approach. Although their affair was intense, it was often turbulent. Gwen's devotion to Rodin bordered on obsessive, and even after their romantic relationship ended, she continued to write him passionate letters for many years. Rodin's influence is evident in Gwen's work from this period, which began to exhibit a greater focus on solitary female figures, depicted with a quiet intensity and emotional depth. Gwen's work is characterized by a delicate, muted palette and an almost minimalist approach to composition. She often painted the same subjects repeatedly, including portraits of women reading or sitting quietly, her own self-portraits, and the interiors of her modest living spaces. Her style evolved into one marked by subtle tonal gradations and a restrained emotional resonance. Unlike her brother's flamboyant and colorful portraits, Gwen's paintings conveyed a sense of introspection, solitude, and the quiet dignity of everyday life. Her subjects are frequently depicted alone, absorbed in their own thoughts, reflecting Gwen's own introspective nature. In the latter part of her life, Gwen converted to Catholicism, a faith that provided her with a sense of solace and purpose. This spiritual shift influenced her later work, which became increasingly focused on religious themes, though still filtered through her personal, understated style. Gwen withdrew from the public eye and continued to live a reclusive life in France, creating art in solitude. She often resisted exhibiting her work, preferring instead to focus on her own quiet practice. Gwen John died in Dieppe, France, in 1936. Though she did not achieve widespread fame during her lifetime, her work was later rediscovered and celebrated for its subtlety, psychological depth, and distinct artistic voice. Today, Gwen John is recognized as a pioneering figure in British art, celebrated for her unique ability to capture the interior lives of her subjects with profound empathy and restraint. Her legacy endures as an